Step aside, Chip and Jo, Matt and Rachel here. So we're in Waco, Texas today. We're at Magnolia. If you've ever watched HGTV or now the Magnolia Network, you'll know Chip and Jo, and this is where they're from, and this is where their headquarters, and this is where their little shopping paradise is. First we're going to stop and get some sweets at their baking company. Then we're going to walk into the shops and see if we can find any cool little things. Lots to do here.
Waco is a very, very cute town from what we've seen so far, but what we're mainly focusing on in Waco is Magnolia, which is Joanna Gaines' company. And if you're not a fan of Chip and Joanna Gaines, then you might not like this video, because that's primarily what we're going to be doing here today. But our first stop of the day was Silo's Baking Company, and it's their bakery on the little Silo's district. And the first thing we got was one of their very picturesque cupcakes. We got the Silo cupcake, which is just vanilla. No, we got the shiplap cupcake, which is just vanilla buttercream with vanilla cake. So pretty basic, but if you do the basic well, then that shows you're a good bakery. It's a hefty cupcake. I knew this was gonna happen. So the cake itself is pretty sweet. I've had better white cake, to be honest, but I mean, it's a decent white cake. It could be a little more moist, but the icing, very good buttercream. Really nice consistency. But yeah, I mean, it's basic. It's just white and white, but it's good overall. Next thing we got was the Silo cookie, and it's an oatmeal cookie, if you can't tell by the texture. And it has chocolate chips in it, and walnuts, and I forget what else. Let me check. I think it says on this sheet we got. And peanut butter. It has peanut butter chips, chocolate chips, and walnuts. I like the peanut butter chips in it. When I hit a peanut butter chip, it's pretty good. But overall, it could be a little bit softer. It's just okay.
I thought the cupcake was really good. The cookie, I like softer cookies, but not like it's completely hard in your eye. I mean, you're probably paying more for the name than anything when you come here, but you should know that, so.
We're in the Magnolia store now, and this thing is packed with items. There's so much to see, and I'm twinning with this.
Oh, this is interesting. It's a soap dispenser with the catch the stuff on the front. So in this section, she has a bunch of antiques for sale that she's either picked or came across. We looked at some of the price tags and holy moly, I think you're better off going to a local antique store to find a deal other than here.
But on the lower section, there is some clearance stuff, so we actually got some finds that we're gonna be getting. Behind us here are the silos, which is what the whole Magnolia shops and stuff are centered around. It's a landmark of Waco, and they have a really nice green turf back here that kids can play on, and it's really pretty. And they also have lots of other food trucks that are set up around the market. Everything's just so pretty around here. They have lights strung up and nice landscaping. Right now the tulips are in bloom for spring, so it's just really, really, really pretty and nice. And I can't believe how many food trucks are set up around this place. It's insane. There's at least, I don't know, 10, I would say. They even have a baseball field here, and that's because there used to be a baseball field here, and the Yankees even came here to play, which is why they have statues over there of Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig, I believe. So it's pretty neat. They're trying to, you know, keep it as it was, but make it better. And here's the church at the silos. It's an old church they restored that is here on the property. And we watched the episode where they actually restored it. So it's going to be interesting to see it in person versus what we saw on TV. There's just so many nice green spaces. It's just so nice how they have this laid out. But next we're going to be going into another store, Magnolia Home. Connected to Magnolia Home is Magnolia Press, so we're getting a quick pistachio latte here. It's very, very nice inside. Here's a taste test of the pistachio latte. It's a seasonal flavor. Matt's the coffee man, so really he should be trying this first, not me, but tastes fine to me. It's not that sweet, which is nice. And I feel like I can taste the faintest hint of pistachio, but not too much. I wish it had more of a pistachio flavor. But seems good to me, but I'm not a coffee connoisseur like Matt.
Alright, we're gonna give her a try. Let's see. It's not too bad. Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's hard to really taste the espresso itself. You probably could order it itself to see if they can make a really good espresso. Because obviously you can cover it up with the milk and pistachio flavoring, but I don't taste too much pistachio. When you smell it, you can kind of smell pistachio, but yeah, it's pretty good. Real pretty plates.
Magnolia Home is definitely really pretty. They have such nice setups in here, but it's definitely pricier, so we're not going to be getting anything in here, but very, very inspirational design ideas. the section that is in front of the church, there's all these little shops set up that just look like these little mini houses, and each of the shops, they're more like specialty stores. So like the one might have bath products in it, the one might have clothes in it. So we're just gonna pop in and look what each of those have. The women's clothing store is particularly dangerous for me because everything is so cute, but I can't have it because it's too much and I've already bought a shirt. We're not gonna get anything to eat here, but back there is Magnolia Table, which is some of the I think recipes that might be in her cookbook. They also have like another actual restaurant location that's a little bit out of this area in Waco, but it's still in Waco. And I mean, there's tons of food trucks if you want to get food from them. We're in the little garden area, and they have the Magnolia seed and supply that has all the different seeds in it, but it's not open right now. But it's just super pretty here, especially with the silos in the background with all the tulips blooming for spring. And the silos, oh my gosh, they're so large whenever you're actually close by. That's a wrap on Magnolia. It's just crazy beautiful. They have such a nice complex set up there. Like, they have everything, you know, places to shop, places to eat, places to play. It's just the perfect mix. Joanna has done a great job. She is successful, like dang. Own network, own little community, and everything in there is just wild. I highly recommend you come to Magnolia and the silos, even if you aren't a fan. Now we're walking over to the Dr. Pepper Museum. It's not that far from the silos. As you can see, they're still looming in the background. Yeah, but Dr. Pepper was actually invented in Waco, so that's why there's a museum here, as well as Big Red, which is like a Texas specialty drink. So I know during the museum you can taste some of that, so let's see what they have there. Read the entrance sign, Matt.
No smoking, weapons, firearms, scooters, vaping, soliciting, Coke or Pepsi. Premises, thank you.
No Coke or Pepsi. So it's $10 to get in for adults, children are free, I believe, but you get a wristband to put on that's like for all day admission, so you just wear that, and with your ticket you also get
$1 off a float or a free Dr. Pepper at the end, so stay tuned for that.
yeah, that. So I think you can even make your own soda if you want, so we'll see what that entails. But I mean, they have some pretty cool stuff in here. It's very interesting. This says there was a Waco geyser, and the water from Waco was apparently supposed to have health benefits from drinking it and bathing in it. This here is Dr. Pepper's first logo. It's one of the first. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days, in the words of Hannah Montana.
Just call me Doc. You know, I haven't worked here for some time. Standing here being cut, many memories. Because this is where I spent most of my time when I first came to Waco. When I was a young man, I worked behind this counter making medicines and filling prescriptions.
In this room, there's a well back there, and that thing is so deep, I can barely see the bottom of it.
This museum is 3 floors, which is pretty crazy. I thought it was kind of small, but it seems like it's pretty big.
This is all different kinds of ads from 1905 to 1965. They have some obscure things you wouldn't even think would be in the museum, like Dr. Pepper and superhero mashups in this room. They have a whole thing dedicated to Spidey-Man. Leaving the second floor now and going up to the last floor, the third.
Drink your Dr. Pepper every day.
Just enjoying my soda. Just kidding, it's a candle. We're going into the soda tasting part now. Here is a nice mural around it, and we should give a little pre-warning that Matt and I don't really drink soda at all anymore, so it'll be interesting. The 7-Up Shrine. An Iron Man vending machine. Wow, that's pretty wacky. We got our complimentary drinks. The complimentary drinks are in a 10 ounce. We got Dr. Pepper and Big Red. And it looked really, really fizzy when they were dispensing it. So, do you want to try Big Red first? This is the first time we've ever had Big Red.
It is like bubblegum. Don't know if I'm a huge fan of that. It's not bad.
It looked like it should be like fruit punch or cherry. Oh,
Yeah.
too sweet.
It's just I'm not a fan of artificial bubblegum flavor.
Yeah, bubble gummy.
Dr.
Very
Pepper should be
sweet.
good though. Let's try
I'm not
Dr.
used to this
Pepper.
much sugar and soda. Dr. Pepper's solid. Got nice carbonation. Dr. Pepper is good.
I was expecting it to be better since it came out of their soda jerk machines where they mix their syrup and CO2 and water together, but it really is not that much better than if you just have it out of a can or out of Wendy's drive-thru, honestly.
I mean, I haven't had Dr. Pepper in a while, and I'm just like, dang, that is a good soda.
For me, it don't, not flavorful enough. Kind of watery almost.
So this last spot is not actually in Waco. It's in a town called Belmead. It's the Collin Street Bakery. They're most famous for their fruitcakes, and people order them from all over the world, these fruitcakes. But how we discovered this place is in this documentary called Fruitcake Fraud. It was pretty wacky. Like, their accountant was embezzling money and tried to run away and take all this money. But we were like, we need to see what the fuss is all about with these fruitcakes. Not personally a fruitcake fan, but maybe theirs will change my mind. So the fruitcakes in there were crazy expensive in our opinion. We were looking at getting just this miniature one, and it was like 24 bucks. The normal size, I mean, you're looking at 50 bucks. But even the miniature one, we're like, what if we commit to buying this fruitcake and we don't like it? So what we ended up doing, we found these petites, and I believe the original fruitcake is in here and some different flavors. So if we don't like the original, at least there's some other flavors in here, and we didn't waste all that money for nothing. I'm kind of confused because they look all the same to me. I don't know if they're just not labeled or what, but on the back it says, unless they just use this packaging for all the petites, they might. But like, they should have apricot, pineapple, chocolate covered, and I see nothing in here that's chocolate covered. So I think they just use that on the back for all of them. That's sad. So I guess we just got the traditional fruitcake here. It looks gooey and not as dry as other fruitcakes. You can definitely see all the chopped fruits in it. Pretty wild looking, really. And I think this might actually be decent. This is actually really good. Wow. This is what fruitcake should taste like. It tastes actually fruity. Not offensive flavors, just like a nice fruitiness. Real nice consistency. Kind of reminds you of like a granola bar almost. I'm actually pleasantly surprised.
Not bad. I mean, not a dessert I would go for, but it's not like rock hard. I remember fruitcakes, I think around Christmas time, that people would give, and they'd be rock hard, but pretty good.
That's actually all we're gonna have for Waco. There's plenty more you can see or do there and eat there. I know there's a park in Waco, like a zoo. There's some different statues around. There's a fossil spot where you can see fossilized mammoths. And yeah, there's a lot of neat stuff in the area, but we primarily went for Magnolia. So that's all for Waco, but check back for our other Texas adventures, including Austin and San Antonio.
On to the next adventure.